Okay, next task 5. Okay, task 5 is to configure the frame relay LMI type. Okay, LMI stands for Local Management Interface. Okay, this LMI is important because in the frame relay cloud, we have our frame relay switch. Okay, so we have our frame relay switch here. There's one will be connected at the edge of the cloud. Okay, it's a connection between your router to the frame relay cloud. Okay, so the router will send some LMI message. Okay, it's a signaling message to bring the link up or bring the link down, or to set up the link and to tear down the link. Okay, so this LMI type must be the same. So both the LMI type must match the type of signal they are going to use. Currently, there are 3 types of LMI type. Okay, let's look at here. Okay, so currently we have ANSYS. Okay, we have Q933. Okay, and thirdly, we have the Cisco type of LMI. Okay, it was developed by these 4 company. Okay, and in Cisco, they term it as a Cisco LMI type. Okay, and this will be the default LMI type for frame relay in the Cisco router, the Cisco LMI type. Okay, but we are not going to use a Cisco LMI type. What we are going to use is the ANSYS LMI type. So how do you configure the LMI type? Again, go to the serial interface for each of the router R1, R2, and R3, and the command to do is frame relay LMI type ANSYS. Okay, so this will change the default from Cisco to ANSYS. Okay, this part is actually very important in the later part when we do dynamic mapping. Okay, just now what we did in task 4 was static mapping. We create a static map for the DLSI number with the IP address. Okay, that's static map. Later we are going to try to use dynamic map. Okay, so the LMI type actually prevent the dynamic map to appear. Okay, what do I mean by that? Okay, what happened here is, I have configured the frame relay cloud for the switch to use ANSYS. Okay, to use ANSYS as the LMI type. Okay, and when you first start the router, this is using the default LMI type, which is the Cisco LMI type. So there's a mismatch. One is using ANSYS, the other one is using Cisco. That's why this link doesn't come up. Okay, after you configure task 5 to change this to ANSYS, then the link will go up. This link will go up. Okay, before you create the static map. Okay, remember you did this after you create the static map. If you do this before you create the static map, that means you change from Cisco to ANSYS. Okay, then instead of static map, we will have a dynamic map appear. Okay, the dynamic map will appear probably within 5 to 10 seconds. Okay, the map will appear. Okay, what will happen if when the map appear, you cannot create your static map? Okay, the router will not allow you to create a static map because they will say that the map is already created by the dynamic map and you can't do your static map. Okay, so remember in your lab test, if you are required to configure a frame relay, make sure you do not change the LMI type first. If you change the LMI type, you will not be able to create a static map, because once the LMI type matches, the dynamic map will take over and then create the map for you. Once the map is created, the router will not allow you to create a static map that is the same as the dynamic map. Okay, so that's all for task 5. Remember to do the same thing for R2 and R3.